how effective you are in presenting. So for that, I need you to pair up. Please find a partner, just one partner each, or find a partner for you. Okay? 10 seconds, find a partner. Pair. If you're a number table, you find a partner. 5, 4, 3. We all partners? Do something about it. I have odd numbers and you stay there. Do something about it. Who can you match with? Oh, okay. We all have partners. Alright, please decide who's going to be A and who's going to be B. Okay.
We are odd number, right?
You won't know what you're up to.
Sorry, I have no...
Your odd number? Yeah. Don't worry, we have a threesome here. Over here. So 2 of you will be A and 1 of you will be B. Okay? So decide what. Okay, who are the A's? Please raise your hands. Okay, A's. 2 A's, 1 B's. A, good luck, you'll be drawing. I hope you're an artist. You'll be drawing in the next activity. And B's, you will be describing. So let's hear the instructions. There are simple rules. First of all, the objective of this next activity. Do you see what I see? So the role of A, because you are drawing, you cannot see. You will depend on your partner B to describe everything. Because A, you're drawing, right? So you will be facing the back of the room in just a while. So you have to all look at Alicia. Okay, look at the wall. And then you'll be drawing. And your partner B will be looking at the screen and describing everything that they see on the screen. Okay, so there's nothing that they can't say. So whatever you see, you can describe. Have you all played taboo before? Taboo, you have to describe everything but the actual thing. This is not taboo. You can say anything. Okay, so that's it. So there's 3 simple rules. First rule, the fact that you're sitting back to back, you're not supposed to look at each other. So the one who's drawing have to look at the back, and the one who's describing the other side. I have to highlight this because in China, in the land where people think out of the box or don't even think in the box, what they do is when they sit back to back, after a while they take a smartphone, 自己看, see it yourself. They pass the phone behind. I was like, oh my god, I didn't give that rule. So I have to include that rule now, just in case any over-intelligent people here. So no taking photographs and no SMSing, WhatsApping, ARCs, no pictures. It's just based on your verbal description. First rule. Second rule, you don't have all the time in the world. You have only 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So that's where you have to be efficient and effective. Now let's put that to the test because you'll find out how efficient and how effective you are in just a while. And the third rule, even though you can't be sending messages to each other, you can talk to each other. You can clarify questions if you're not sure. And you can ask, what do you mean by that? So you're not just an artist. So you can ask your partner exactly what they mean.
After 2 minutes or within the 2 minutes?
During the 2 minutes, after 2 minutes afterward. Game over already after the 2 minutes. What interesting question you asked it. So let's sit back to back now. Fine. Get your partners. Sit back to back. The one who is drawing, please whip out the notepad at the back of your ring folder. At the back of your ring folder, there's a notepad. Please bring it out. You ready? Bring your notepad and your pen. A notepad and your pen. Okay, get ready. Yeah? So all the artists, please flex your hand. You're going to be drawing. Who's your partner?
Be close.
Sorry. Are you drawing? Who's your partner? Why are you going away from your partner? Okay, demo. I need okay, like that is fine. Like that is fine. So you have to sit. Who's the one drawing? And then why are you holding a notepad? Customer still link. Over here. So all you need to do is describe. Sit closer, don't be shy. Ready? Are you comfortably seated? So far apart. Ready? 2 minutes. Begins. Now, let's go. Everything. Draw everything. Show the person in your team and ask them, how does it look? Come everyone, let's compare with your team members. Compare your team members. Show your team members what you have drawn. Hey, okay, this is the moment of truth. You find out that you realize you can't draw. It's so hard to describe. In fact, at some point when I saw Lining describing, she was like, you know, I don't know how to say. You know, sometimes we have this idea, right, that's so clear, that we cannot verbalize it. Right? That's a challenge of presentation sometimes. So before we go into the individual pictures, just the first question, which ones of us have the orientation of the 5 pictures correct? Only 1, 2, 3, 4. That means all in the right places. Right? So this all of you are the right place. Are you sure? Okay, that is correct, okay. I saw one that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you have
3.
okay, yours is not exactly correct. Yeah. So here. So you find that here yours got the orientation. Not bad. I think most of you are engineers. Not bad. And here we have this is correct. Not bad. That's cool. How did you describe the orientation? You were the one drawing.
Yeah,
How do you describe the?
Okay, first I told him that there are 5 images. Okay, and then the first one is on the left. So I said that's how the bundle. Then below the peace finger is the puppy, and then below the sun is the one. So basically the placing is there.
Wow, that's impressive. So what did Alvin start off by saying? There are 5. So immediately I can already see how you are as a person. You're very organized. You begin with an end in mind. That was Stephen Covey said. It's 5 pictures from the left, so you're a very organized person. Awareness for yourself. Okay, let's start with the first picture. The sun. Whose sun is a circle, and the rays are. Who's got straight lines? What's this? 2 straight lines. 3 straight lines. Alright, and your partner is Rain. Okay, Rain, how do you describe the sun?
I just see the sunshine is the light.
Like that, the sun. So many of us said the sun. Get it? It's the sun. So we just drew a sun. And where do you learn to draw a sun like that, Gaston, with the lines like that? From kindergarten. So when a speaker is not specific in what he or she is saying, if we're trying to make sense of what they're saying, we will draw our experience, our knowledge from our past experience. And it may or may not be correct, right? Because he did not specify, so I have to make sense of it. I'll just do it in my own way. I will interpret it in the way that I understand many years ago. But did you ask Rain anything special about the sun or how the rays look like? Did you ask him?
I think I assumed that was what the sun should look like.
Thank you. Another awareness for many of us. We assume a sun, how difficult can it be, right? So just ask, just draw it. Why ask? So just like many of times when we listen to a presenter, we are not sure what they mean. Everything should be like that. But don't ask, like common sense. Sometimes we may not even ask. And because of that, the presenter will say, you didn't ask me, so I didn't tell you. And then your son may say, but you didn't tell me, you didn't ask me, you didn't tell me. And that's how communication breakdown happens. We don't talk. Although I said the third rule, you can talk, as I walked around, many of the A's are like that. You were like artists. You were not talking. You were just taking information in wholesale. So that's the sun. Who's got all the 8 triangles? 2 teams. Wow, I saw a nice triangles. Let's hear from a different team. There's a picture. Oh, how did Lini describe the triangle, the sun to you?
She said the ray is in triangle shape.
You see the difference? The ray is in triangle shape. And did she say how many?
8, yes.
You actually counted 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. So again, we realized that Lini is a very detailed person. She would actually describe it to that extent. You can see the difference in how we are as speakers, right, as presenters. Some of us will just say the main point and hope the audience will make sense out of it. but some of us will be naturally very specific. Second picture. I saw a very interesting spot sign from Center. Okay, first of all, anybody wrote stop? S-T-O-P. Nobody did that. I was trying to spot someone with a stop. Interestingly, nobody. But you didn't even have either. What did you have, Cynthia?
You told me it's a traffic
I
light.
just referred as a
So I do a traffic light.
You think she wants the traffic light? Very nice. She colored it. She colored the traffic light. Oh my gosh, this is not like a traffic light to you.
I concentrate more on the red color, and then in that way I just presented that, okay, imagine that it's a traffic light signal, and then you have the car driving and it stopped because of what? So
You thought it's taboo, is it? You can say stop. So you describe a traffic light. Why do you think you said traffic light instead of stop?
So yeah, I initially read that as a stop, but later on I realized it's a spot. So
Okay, I'm going to explain to you what just happened. Because in your mind, in many of our minds, we have seen things before. And they form an impression in our minds. And when we say it, we say based on what we've seen. When you see stop, your mind immediately conjures up an image of a traffic light. And that's what we call preconceived notions. In Chinese, we say 先入为主. Things just enter your head first. So when you say it out, now we laugh about it, it doesn't make sense. But at that time, it was so clear to you. It's a stop sign. And this is scary because sometimes when we are presenting something, or when we even communicate with people, our minds can be blocked because of what we have experienced before. So this is an awareness. So if you have done that, you find that, this is probably something that could affect my judgment sometimes. And who's got the shape correct? So 1, 2, okay. How do you describe, okay, it's the same. Okay, so for, who's your partner? Oh, 2 of you, right? Okay. How did Leaning describe?
She count how many sides, so she eventually come to 8 sides. So we got that. She taught us it's red inside, but then she taught us spot. I think we misunderstood the spot.
You wrote S-P-O-R-T, right? Yes. So how do you think you could have prevented the spelling mistake? You spell it out, right? You have counted the number of triangles, you counted the number of sides, but you didn't spell it out. So that is something that's sometimes inconsistent. And you find that the accents, everyone in this room had very different accents. When we say spot, some will be sport. We can be very confusing. So when in doubt, we spell it out. Who's got other shapes other than this shape? You got a circle. Interesting. Why circle?
Because I told him that it's like a stop sign, but instead of stop written inside, it's a spot, S-P-O-T.
Oh.
So I assume that we are in the same level of the.
Thank you. Thank you for mentioning that. You see, when we are working in the same company, if we're in the same department, I assume you should think like me. How often do we make that mistake? So in this case, he didn't. He had a different impression. And most of us, unless we aced our highway code or we drive, we don't really notice it's a round triangle. So we just have all the different understanding. So when in doubt, we spell it out. Okay, so that's the stop sign. The third one, this gesture is very interesting when we're in a room of people from different countries. First, Steve, how do you describe the sign?
I just say the sign of
Victory. Thank you. Victory. Victory.
Peace sign.
Peace. Okay.
Yeah.
Peace. Same.
Peace.
Peace.
Okay.
Okay. You see, we have 3 different ways. And I did the same exercise yesterday with a different client, and I had a few more versions that we had in China. Yay! And then one Singaporean young girl, she said, twist! I was like, huh? Have twist? There were 6 to 7 different ways to call this sign. So you can think that when we present and when we say something, especially if there are no visuals and we talk about it, we say the peace sign, everyone has a very different take on it. And I was doing with the European group and the American group. The Americans drew the peace as a circle and then like different. So who actually got the drawing correct? Drawing correct, okay. Okay, Raul, how did you describe this?
the same with the sign of the tree.
And is it? And you got it.
He told 2 fingers.
The sign of the tree.
didn't, but you said he did.
They showed 2 fingers on it. So
Oh.
I made 2 fingers.
Also, you did mention the 2 fingers. Okay. So when you specify 2 fingers, we know it's not that sign. So the same term can mean different things to different cultures, to different people from different companies. So be specific as well. Describe the fingers. And this one, of course I don't expect you to draw the cute fluffy dog. My question is, who drew the whole dog? With the body and the legs and the tail. Okay, we have the whole dog. Everybody drew the whole dog. No, except one team didn't draw the whole dog. Okay, let's hear the one team first. How did Janet describe the? Oh, will you do it?
Okay, so the way Janet described is, she said there's a dog, right, with the mouth open, each showing, thumb showing, right,
Oh,
droopy ears, right. Then I asked, is it the whole dog or just the head or something, right? She said, only the head.
So it wasn't Janet who was specific. It was you who clarified, who asked. That's it. That's it. So very often we blame the other party. Not specific. How you expect me to know? Can you be more specific in your email? Can you be more specific in what you say? Most of the time we are in such a hurry we don't. But you asked. The rest of us, did we ask? But why do you think we do the whole dog? Let's ask a Ring or Gaston drew. Gaston drew it.
I think you don't expect the dog without body running.
Yes, we don't expect a dog to be without a body. And you find that when your boss asks you for an opinion about something, you expect him to want the whole big picture. So you give the whole thing to him. And maybe all he wants is that executive summary. Because we want to give things in wholesome, in totality. So sometimes we talk more than we need to. We add in more stuff to make it look wholesome because it should look like that. I don't think you would just want to know the bottom line. I think you need to know the supporting data. In our mind, it has to be like that. But to the person receiving it, all they want is that. So if you're in doubt, ask which part of it do you want. Then you can be efficient in what we said just now. You can explain the point in a very short time. You need to talk about a lot of stuff. Okay? The last one. It'll be very interesting. Let's start from this side. How do you describe this picture?
Okay, I told him that there are 2 persons, 1 man and a woman. Women have a long hair and they are like arguing. So both of their mouths are open with their hands, with the lady hand. Arm is actually close together, but the hands are open. Something like that.
Thank you, very detailed. You added one thing, you said they're arguing.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. How about this team? How do you describe it?
I think we see they're very excited, so
Excited, no? And arguing, excited.
they're face to face, and with the lady, both hands is below his head,
Okay.
like hold a ball or something like that.
Or like hold the ball. Good. He's using like an analogy there, like as if she's holding a ball. So there's arguing, excitement, anything, any other expressions, different expressions. Steve, how do we argue the joke? Arguing as well, arguing couple.
Yeah, arguing and then she is using the body language with the hands.
Okay, so arguing, arguing. What excited? Yeah, anything different? Excited. Arguing, most of you say arguing, excited. So everyone added something to the description. What did you add? Emotion. You added emotion. So it's very interesting because especially if many of you are logical thinkers typically don't add emotion. They just say 2 people talking. I get that all the time in bigger groups. So in this team, everyone added emotion. You see, as she's looking like that, she could be like, I love you. She could be very happy, right? Oh, you're going to die. It could be as well. It's a silhouette. You can't tell. But if you added it, you are adding emotion. You are being subjective. You're not an objective speaker. Especially if you're delivering, presenting technical information. You cannot put emotion into it. This is an awareness for everyone. If you find yourself describing emotions in it, you could be at work that you tend to put emotions into certain things and you may misread certain expressions. I don't mean that you should talk like a cold-blooded person. You need passion in how you speak. But emotion is being subjective, which you may be right, you may be wrong. You do not know whether they're excited or whether they're arguing. So at this point, it's time to reflect about what did you find out about yourself Please flip to the last page or the second last page of your notes. And you see there's a body, reflection journal. There's a body and reflections. Second last page. So that's number 1 and 2 on the page. Second last page. Yes, let me just use it as a demo. Second last. So in our presentations, sometimes we're not listening, right? We need to see. So visual learners. So this page here. In the first activity, please write down the name as "Do you see what I see in that line?" So that's the name of the activity. Do you see what I see? And in this box here, please write down what did you discover about yourself. I know for a fact here that some of us are very detailed. Like Li Ning actually counted the number of triangles. You know, you're a very detailed person. And you know that Alvin, you are a big picture guy. You talk about the objective, how many things there are. So whatever you discover about yourself, like you ask questions, Mark, or only one who clarified, what is it about yourself? Pen it down. Just for the next 1 minute. Let's begin.